All right, good evening. This is the United States weather update for Friday, May 29th, 2026. Three big headlines for today will be April showers. Wait, it's not April. Yep, it's going to be wet, wet, wet across the central and southeast parts of the country for the next few days. And we have to worry a little bit about flash flooding concerns in the southeast, particularly in central Georgia on Friday. And then we also watching the potential for some slight return of severe weather on Saturday. Severe weather will take a break on Friday, but then we do have a slight risk of severe weather that is level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale for the northwestern plains on Saturday, which I'll show you in a minute. So here is the current watch warning and advisory map. You can see it's a pretty quiet evening across the country. We do have a few red flag warnings across the Four Corners and eastern Montana. Those are basically wildfire warnings. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch though for the northwestern part of the country, but the severe weather threat is kind of dying down this evening there right now. And we do have a flood watch in effect for south central Missouri and north central Arkansas that is in effect through Friday morning. Otherwise, pretty quiet day across the country. Speaking of the flooding, though, here is your day 2 or Friday excessive rainfall outlook, or basically your flash flood outlook. And we can see that we do have a slight risk on level 2 out of 4 there on the flash flooding scale for mostly central Georgia, surrounded by a larger area, marginal risk level 1 out of 4, with the potential for flash flooding there. And as we go throughout Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you can see the bullseye is going to be across the southeast, mainly across northern Florida and southern Georgia, which I guess they're not going to complain about it too much because they do need that rainfall. That's where the worst of the drought is across the country right now. Turning things over to the severe weather side, though, Friday things are going to be pretty quiet. Maybe a few isolated severe storms. Main threat, though, is going to be some damaging winds and large hail, but again, it's going to be pretty isolated. Just a marginal risk level 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. And then for Saturday, we up things up a little bit with a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale with a slight risk for northwestern Nebraska and southwestern South Dakota, with a larger area of marginal risk surrounding it for most of the plains, level 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. Now, I did mention that it's going to be pretty wet across the southeast and the central plains as we go throughout the time period. You can see that the models keep showing rain throughout the period. Not really seeing any relief from the rain for the foreseeable future. However, I am looking at a bit of a pattern breakdown, maybe as we get towards Saturday with a ridge starting to develop across the central parts of the country. That's going to allow for some more heat to develop, temperatures to increase across the central parts of the plains, and that's going to be a little bit of a change in the weather pattern compared to where we are right now. So, gotta hang in there for a little bit these next few days, but then should start to change by late next week into next weekend. And speaking of which, Climate Prediction Center is also highlighting the area for extreme heat for the 6th to the 8th of June for the northern plains. So that's what we're looking at for right now. Besides that, though, weather patterns pretty quiet across the country. Just a lot of rain in the central and southern parts of the country, and that's really it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or DM me on social media. And otherwise, thank you for watching.